Have you ever felt that loneliness has taken up space in your life, even when surrounded by people? Perhaps it's that inexplicable emptiness, as though a deeper connection is missing, whether with others or with yourself. If you've ever felt this way, know that you are not alone. Loneliness is a universal experience. Everyone faces it at some point, but it doesn't have to be permanent or paralyzing. Today, we'll discuss how to transform loneliness into an opportunity for self-discovery and emotional growth. More than just coping with it, you'll learn to reframe this moment and use it to strengthen yourself. With the right tools, you can not only overcome this feeling, but also find new ways to connect with yourself and with others. Let's explore practical methods for embracing your loneliness and turning it into a moment of learning and renewal. After all, every great journey of growth begins with a single step. Before addressing loneliness, we must understand it. This feeling goes far beyond simply being alone. It's about emotional disconnection, the sensation of isolation, even when surrounded by people. And it can happen at any stage of life. There are different types of loneliness. It can be temporary, arising from life changes like the end of a relationship or moving to a new city. But it can also be chronic, a persistent state that deeply affects emotional and mental well-being. Recognizing which situation you're in is an important step in finding solutions. Loneliness also impacts our health in ways we often underestimate. It can increase stress levels, affect our sleep, and even influence our self-esteem. That's why it's essential to face this feeling with seriousness and compassion. Here's something you might need to hear. Feeling lonely doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. On the contrary, it reflects our human need for connection and belonging. The good news is that even amid this emptiness, there is room for change and growth. Understanding loneliness gives us the clarity needed to transform it. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to use this moment to rediscover yourself and strengthen your relationship with yourself. One of the most effective ways to turn loneliness into something positive is by dedicating time to understanding your own thoughts and emotions. Try practices like journaling. Putting your feelings on paper can bring clarity and help organize your thoughts. Ask yourself, what is this loneliness trying to teach me? Additionally, loneliness is the perfect time to explore new interests. Think of something you've always wanted to learn but never had time for. It could be playing an instrument, trying out new recipes, or even something introspective like meditation. These activities not only keep your mind engaged, but also reinforce the idea that you can create moments of joy for yourself. And remember, self-discovery is not a linear process. Some days you may feel progress, while on others, the emptiness might return. That's normal. The important thing is to keep moving forward, giving yourself the chance to grow and evolve. When you dedicate yourself to knowing and caring for yourself, you're building a solid foundation for healthier connections with others. Another powerful way to connect is by offering support to those in need. Often, helping others makes us realize our value and that our presence matters. This can be as simple as listening to a friend going through a tough time or getting involved in a community project. Also, remember to cherish the relationships you already have. Perhaps there's a friend or family member you haven't spoken to in a while. Rekindling these connections can be enriching for both you and them. Building meaningful connections isn't about quantity, but quality. You don't need to force yourself to be around many people. Just find those with whom you truly feel comfortable. These relationships not only combat loneliness, but also help create a sense of belonging. Loneliness may seem like an empty space, but with the right tools, it can become fertile ground for positive change. It all starts with small steps. Creating a structured routine is essential. When your days have purpose, even something as simple as preparing a special coffee or taking a walk outside, the emptiness starts to fill with meaning. Practices like mindfulness also help bring you back to the present moment. Take a few minutes to breathe deeply or observe your surroundings. This can calm your mind and ease the emotional weight. And remember, asking for help is not a weakness. If loneliness feels unbearable, seeking a therapist can be a transformative act. You deserve the support necessary to live fully. With these tools, loneliness stops being a burden and becomes an opportunity. Loneliness often brings up a difficult feeling, the idea that we're not enough. This sensation can be fueled by constant comparison with others, especially on social media, where everyone seems to be living perfect lives. But here's an important truth. Nobody is perfect, and feeling inadequate is something everyone faces at some point. Recognizing this feeling is the first step to overcoming it. Instead of judging yourself, try observing your emotions with kindness. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Am I comparing myself or setting unrealistic standards? Often, the feeling of inadequacy stems from expectations you can challenge and redefine. A powerful tool to combat this feeling is practicing gratitude. Dedicate a few minutes each day to list 3 things you're grateful for. They can be simple things, like a pleasant conversation, a moment of peace, or something you've accomplished. This helps shift your focus from what's missing to what you already have and appreciate. Additionally, remember that your achievements and qualities don't need validation from others. Who you are goes far beyond how others perceive you. Working on your self-esteem means allowing yourself to be human, with flaws and strengths, and still feeling deserving of love and respect. Now that you've made it this far, it's time to turn these reflections into concrete actions. The first step can be simple. Choose one of the tools we've discussed and try putting it into practice today. It could be journaling, sending a message to someone special, or setting aside a few minutes for mindfulness. And remember, you don't have to face this journey alone. Share this guide with someone who could benefit from the ideas discussed here. Loneliness is a common experience, but together we can find ways to overcome it and grow. If this content helped you, share your experiences or the strategies that worked for you in the comments. Your story could inspire others to take the first step toward emotional well-being. Finally, never forget, transforming loneliness into an opportunity for growth is a demonstration of strength and courage. You deserve to feel fulfilled, connected, and accomplished. The next chapter of your life is waiting for you, and it begins now.